up, guys? Phoenix here, and welcome back to what I assume is the final part of our Grookey pixel art tutorial. So where we last left off, we did most of the head shape, and now we only have to do the tail, some of the inner filling on the chest area, the shading, the mouth, the other ear, and the stick in there. So that does sound like a lot. Hopefully we can get through this thing fairly quickly, because some of it is just minor detail. For the shading in this part, we're going to be probably coloring it in with coal or dirt. And when we get to the coloring part at the end, I will tell you what to swap it out for, because some of the shading isn't kept in the coal. It's just going to be used for marking purposes, because I don't know the exact shade or texture or whatever. Anyways, I think it'd be best to start from the bottom and work our way up to the top, and then we'll be done once we're at the top. So that way it's a very clear indicator of what the progress is like. If we're at 20 to 30 minutes and we're still at the bottom, then probably gonna have to hold out and do it in another video. Otherwise, we'll probably be making good time. Anyways, so let's get started. So, going to the bottom of the build, we're going to go to where we have the little palm thing right here on the bottom right. If you can see, his hands and his foot is kind of fused together right here, and there's no clear separation. So we're going to go to where we have this 3 flat dirt block over here. And if we haven't marked it yet, kind of just look where we have it. Hopefully you guys are following my marking. It's the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... the little 6th line probably, or like you're starting from the right over here, it's the 1, 2, 3, and then you should have this 3 flat right here, and that's what we're going to be working with. So once you found it, I want you to go onto the first block in it, and we're going to add 1 to the top, and then we're going to go up and to left 1 single. And when I say first block, I meant first block from the right side, sorry about that. Then we're going to skip the middle block, and the last block from the right side, we're going to go up and to left 2 vertical from it. So put your placement block on the left or top side. 1, 2. We're then going to start raising that part up for the arm, and that's going to go up. Let's see, I actually don't have a clear marker for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go up and to the left 9 vertical first. And that's from the 2 vertical we just created. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're still going to have more to go up. I just figured to stop right there just because we're going to have to put a block to the right of that 9th block. Then we're going to continue up another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more up. So it ends up being 19 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And from that 10th block, or the final block at least, we're going to keep on extending it up before we worry about the shading or minor detail. We're going to go up and to the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then from that top block, we're going to go up and to the right 9 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And for the final part of this arm right here, we're just going to go up and to the left 3 vertical, which means we're going to go to the left of the top block and put a grass block like so, and then put 3 going up. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now you can see a little bit of a separation between the arm and the foot right there. There's still more to do down there. A little couple extra lines we're missing, but it's fine for now. So let's move on to the 10th block, or whatever, the block we put on the right of the 9th block at the bottom. See that 1 single just chilling? Let's go all the way back down to it. And from there, we're going to go up and to the right 2 singles. So go to the right side, placement block 1, placement block 2. We're then going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 single. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 1 single. 1. Up and to the right 2 vertical, and we're actually going to do this a couple of times. It's going to be 4 times in a row, and this should actually connect to that 4 vertical we have up there, so hopefully this is done correctly. So we're going to put our placement block to the right or top side, and we're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and finally 1, 2. Perfect. It did meet up perfectly, which means we did a good job. And now you can see a clear separation of his torso from his leg. So let's go and delete these blocks now, the dirt ones. I need to stop talking so fast because then my words start to slur. And it always annoys me. I never know how to stop it. I just talk so fast sometimes. Anyways, from the 4 sets of 2 vertical we just created, I'm gonna go to the first 2 vertical, so this one right after the 1 single. And let's work on a bit of the shading. So on the bottom block in that 2 vertical, we're gonna add 2 to the left. And if you guys have blocks you rather use for shading, I suggest use it here, but I'm gonna use coal and I'm gonna overlap it with grass blocks so that we know we're gonna swap it out with the shading block later. So let's put 2 to the left, 1, 2, and then put 2 grass on top of it. We're then gonna go down into left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3, overlap that again with grass, and then down into left 3 flat again. 1, 2, 3, it touches the wall. Only if the 3 that touch the wall get the block placed on it. This little part of the arm does not. Now, if it does make you more comfortable, you can just use like a green clay or whatever. Maybe like a green terracotta or something, or maybe no, just use like green concrete for it. But it will be swapped out to the correct block once I go over the colors. I just don't know which one it is right now. It is a green though. Anyways, from this 3 flat, we're gonna raise up 1 level on this block that it's connected to. So go up 1, and then we're gonna put 3 to the left again. 1, 2, 3, and we can mark those with the grass blocks because this is part of the arm. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not part of the shading. Let's not mark the 3 blocks there. My bad. This is actually just separating the orange from the green on his arm. It's not shading. So that's my mistake. Anyways, from those 3 flats, we're going to go down into left 13 flats. So put your placement block underneath the final block. And we'll put 13 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then you could see that it touched this block that we had marked previously. You can destroy the marking now that they've connected. And it should be fine. So we're pretty much done with this part of the arm and stuff. We have another piece on the leg, as you can see over here, where we have some dirt blocks marking something over there. And this part is shading. So we're going to leave those dirt blocks there and actually add to it as we continue the shading going up towards his butt. So at the end of this 7 flat that we have here, let's put a placement block at the end and go up into left 7 flat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll switch back to our grass blocks and place 1 on each of those. We're then going to go up into left 2 flat 4 times in a row. So placement block at the end there. 1, 2. Placement 1, 2. Placement 1, 2. And finally placement 1, 2. Perfect. So let's delete this, delete this, delete this, delete that. And then we'll go on each of those blocks and put a grass block just so that it can get overlapped for the shading. And now we are really close to the butt right there, so what we're going to do is just kind of close this shape out. So we're going to go up into left 1 single, up into left 2 flat, up into left 2 vertical. I have to sneeze soon. And then up into left 1 single. Oh god. My voice is probably going to sound weird because I'm on the edge of sneezing. Anyways, we're going to cover all those blocks with grass blocks now, because those will be swapped out with our shade block once we find it. And now we're at the tail. So as you can see, we're making some pretty good progress. We're done with the lower half of him besides the tail. Then we're going to move up to his right arm. And then once we're done with the right arm, he does have some shading on the neck. Then we have the nose, the ear, and the stick. And then after that, we should be done. So we're making good time. This stuff doesn't take too long, but it's just a lot of different stuff that I overlooked when I was first building it. Anyways, for the tail, let's go to the bottom where we have the 11 flat right there. And we have the marking on the tip, and we're going to go up and to the left 4 flat from there. So go to the end of it and put a placement block on the left or top side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to left 3 flat. Placement block on the top or left again. 1, 2, 3. Up and to left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. And for this next part, we're going to probably change direction soon. So I would recommend putting your placement block on the top side each time, just so that when we switch to the right side, your placement blocks can go in the same spot. So we're going to put a placement block on the top now and go up and to left 1 single, up and to left 2 flat, up and to left 3 single, 1, 2, 3, up and to left 2 vertical, 1, 2, up and to left 1 single. We're just getting the monkey shape curve going on here. Up and to left 2 vertical 2 times in a row, so placement block on top, 1, 2, placement block, let's do it again, 1, 2. Up and to left 3 vertical, placement block on top, 1, 2, 3. Up and to left 11 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then from here, we'll actually start going to the right side now. So we're still putting the placement block on the top. We're just going to be on the right side now as we go up and to the right. 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Delete that. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 3 times in a row. 1, 2, placement on the top. 1, 2, placement on the top, and then finally 1, 2. Let me just zoom out so you can see that. And if you look at the right hand camera screen, it is kind of looking like the curve of a tail. It's just we don't have the round tipish yet, and we'll be getting to that part shortly. From here, we're going to go up and to the right 2 singles, 1, 2, 1, 2, up and to the right 2 vertical, placement block on the top, 1, 2, up and to the right 2 flat, 1, 2, up and to the right 1 single, up and to the right 2 flat, up and to the right 1 single again. And from this single, we're going to have 2 splitting parts right here for the shading. So what I want you to do is go underneath it first off, and we're going to put 2 going straight down, like so. And then you're going to mark those with grass blocks. We're then going to start curving this to go towards the rest of the tail, but it hasn't been built yet, so there's nothing for it to go to. So I actually think we might wait for that part and just set up the rest of the tail by going back to the top block, putting a placement block on top, and going up into the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to go up into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the top part of the tail. So from here, we're going to put our placement block underneath as we continue to work with this. And we're going to head towards the tip and then go back down. So we're going to go down to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. And at this point, you guys should know where to put the placement block. So I'm not going to say it as much, just so we can make some progress. But I will say it every now and then. So if you hear me not talking about placement blocks, still place it at the end of your builds. And we're going to be going down for this part. So make sure your placement block is at the bottom. Unless when I'm talking about the shading part, then in that case, listen for what direction we're going in. So from here, we're going to go down into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into the right 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down into the left, so switching sides, 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Just delete all those real quick. Down into left 2 flat. Down into left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from this 3 flat, this is where the block that we would connect to with the shading of the tail. So I'm going to put a marker on the tip right there, and so we can come back to it. But for now, we're just going to go to the top of it with the placement blocks and go up into left 3 flat. And this is shading, so we're going to overlap this 3 flat with a set of placement blocks like so. Up into left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Overlap that again. Up into left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up into left 3 vertical 2 times in a row. So placement block on the top block. 1, 2, 3. Placement block on the top again. 1, 2, 3. And then to close it out, we're just going to go up and to the right, one single. And it should connect at the diagonal with what we previously created and marked. And now if you are ready and it is connected, make sure you mark the rest of these blocks. So this 3 vertical right here, this 3 vertical right here, and that single. Just so that we know what blocks to swap out when it's time to shade. Now once you have that, we're going to go back to the 3 flat that we marked originally on the tip of it. And we're going to go to the bottom of it now with our placement block and go down into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into left 2 singles. Let's place a block underneath. 1. Place a block underneath. 2. Down into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into left 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now for the home stretch right here, we're going to be going down into the right. So still keep your placement block on the bottom side. But if you wanted to, you can put it to the right just because we're switching directions. So down into the right 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Placement block. 1, 2. Down into the right 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to finish this little section right here, we're going to go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Placement block underneath. And then down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And if you can see, it connected at the diagonal of this 7 flat right here. And we have this placement block on the tip right here. And this is a good point to mark it at because this is actually connected to some more shading. So what we're going to do is put a placement block underneath this block. Delete it. And then we can go down into left 2 vertical. Mark that 2 vertical again because it's shading. Down into left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down to left 3 vertical, and this should touch the rest of the tail. 1, 2, 3, and it did. So now all we're going to do is mark that stuff. And we're good with the tail. It's complete. So let me save it real quick. So I think we're making good time. We're at 17 minutes. It's probably going to take a little bit longer than usual. And I'm okay with that. I have to be. I can't really complain. Anyways, from here, we're going to go towards the, the right hand. And as you can see on the right hand, we do have some marking over there with the dirt blocks on this 1 and 4 vertical. And all we're going to do to finish up this part of the right hand, it's fairly simple. We're going to go down and to the left from this marking. So put your placement block underneath it. 11 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're going to go down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3, and it should connect. And that's it for the hand. I don't know why I didn't finish that earlier. Maybe something was happening and I needed to rush off. But that was it for the hand. Now, let's go over to the neck. So it's right here on the hand we just completed. If you go up and to the left into this corner where we have the 2 vertical kind of connected to this long 17 strip. I'm going to mark it so you can see it on the right hand camera command and kind of find it for yourself. That's the neck piece we're working with, and it should be opposite to the side of where we have that 1 single on the neck over there. Probably should have went over there, but I didn't see it until I started talking. Anyways. Actually, let's just move over there. On the left side of his neck where we have this 1 single block connected to the 2 vertical. That's where I want you to be at. And this part is the thing I was telling you about with the shading on the neck that we're going to swap out for a green. It's not going to stay in this cold color. So from here, we're going to go down and to the right. 7 singles. And mark each of them, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go back and mark them now. 1, 1, 1. Good. From here, we're going to go underneath it. Go down to the right 2 flat. Down to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. And I'm just marking each of these. I'm not going to say it anymore. Just mark them after you place them. Down to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Once I mention that we're done with this part of the shading, you can stop double upping the layer. But for now, it's just going to make this V shape, and we want to double up the layer on each part of it. Down to the right 1 single. down to the right 2 flat, and we're gonna do this actually 5 times in a row. So place block underneath. 1, 2, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3, 1, 2, that's 4, 1, 2, that's 5, and let's finish this up by going down to the right 3 flat at the end of those 5. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So this shape is looking good. I'm checking it on the right hand camera screen, doubling up the layers right here, and nothing is looking out of place. Now from here, we're going to go up and to the right 12 singles, and let's see if this connects properly. So placement block 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, 4, there we go, 5, 6, 7, and take your time, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Perfect. So it touched the part where we were marking earlier. It's actually done with the shading on the neck right here. This V shape is complete. Like I said, we have a little bit of parts to do. They're very small parts, but they take a little bit of time, which adds up to such a big section of the tutorial right now. And that's it for the neck right there. This little L shape on the neck right here, we can actually mark because that's not swapped out. It's just the V shape. So after the 12 singles, that part right here is not going to be included in the shading. So you can take the dirt blocks off of those. Hold on a second, let me blow my nose. I'm probably going to mute the mic right here. I'm sorry about that. I'm just coming off of a cold. I don't know if you guys follow my Twitch stream. Twitch link will be in the description. I stream there almost every day. But I took a break from streaming last week to go visit my friend in upstate. And I got sick. So I'm coming off the end of the cold right now where I'm just blowing my nose constantly and crying. Anyways, let's move on to the face. So on the left side of the face, we have the ear, and then the shading on the inner part of the face, and then the mouth of the monkey thing. I don't know if it's a beak or a mouth. It's like weird. Anyways, on the left side of the ear, we do have these 3 flats that I've marked out, so I'm going to just do those real quick, and then we'll move on to the face. Leave the dirt blocks on those because these are shading bits. So we're going to go down and to the right, and actually we don't have the coal behind them, so I don't know if you want to replace these with coal and then put the dirt blocks over them, kind of like how we've been doing so far. So I'll do that real quick. There we go. And from there, we're going to go down into the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up into the right 2 flat. And then up into the right 1 single. So as you can see, we swoop down 8, up 2, up 1. And let's just mark those with the dirt blocks. There's a little quick section right here that should have been done before. Don't know why it wasn't. From there, what we're going to do is, you can see on the opposite side of the 5 vertical we've connected to, there is a 2 flat of dirt right here. We're going to do the same thing over there, where we're going to replace it with coal with dirt on top, just so that I can have uniform to what we've been doing. And from there, we're going to go down into the right 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Placement block. 1, 2, 3. That's 2 of them. Then we're going to double up the layers with the dirt blocks. And then to finish this, we're going to go down to the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just continue covering that with dirt as well. Perfect. So actually, the shading on the face is done. The only thing we have left to do is the beak, the right ear, and the tree stick thing in the hair. So let's go to do the beak in the face of the monkey thing. And we'll start on the lower left part of it and work our way up. So on the lower left side of it, if you can see from the beak, you have these 2 singles, this 2 vertical, then these 2 singles again. I'm going to go to that 2 vertical, so let me mark it for you guys to see. Look at the right hand camera screen if you have to see it. It's a 2 vertical in between a 2 single and a 2 single. And we're going to do it on the top block. We're going to put 2 coal to the right. And this is shading coal, so I'm going to mark it with a grass block. We're then going to go up and to the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is also shading, so we're going to mark that. And I want you to pay close attention for this next part. It's going to be a mix of shading and non-shading. So just listen to as I say it and don't mess it up. From here, we're going to up and to the right 2 flat. And this is not shading, so we're not going to overlap this with coal. This will not be swapped to another color once we're done shading. And from that 2 flat, we're going to go down and to the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is not shading as well, but this will lead us to our next patch of shading, because what we'll do is on this 5 flat, we're going to find the final 3 of it. And on top of it, we're going to add 3 pieces of coal on each of those final 3. And those will be shade blocks. So we're going to put grass on those. So let me zoom out so you can see the structure of this so far. So as you can see, we have this 2 block and 5 block segment that kind of cuts off the shading blocks. And that's going to be the smile. So that's why it's so important that you don't swap those colors out. But anyways, from that 3 flat, we're going to bring up the shading block just to be done with the shading. And then we can move on to the coloring of the mouth and the nose. So from this 3 flat, we're going to up into the right 3 flat again. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then from there, we're going to go up into the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then since we're so close to the wall right here, we're just going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. There. And let's mark those all with shading blocks. So let's get the grass out. Just mark all of those, including the 2 vertical as well. And that's perfect. Now we can double back to the 2 flat and the 5 flat we have right here and finish off the mouth. Starting with the 2 flat, we're going to go to the left side of it, put a placement block on top, and go up and to the left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. And then in the opposite direction now, in the 5 flat we have, what I want you to do is go to the bottom of it, put a placement block underneath, so we can go down into the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to start rising that up or raising that up by going up and to the right, so put your placement block on top. 2 flat. Up and to the right 3 single. 1, 2, 3, and then up and to the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2, delete, delete, and that's it for the mouth. Now he does have these little 2 nostril spots on the top part of the mouth. They're kind of hard to do because they're just floating off in nothing space. So what I'll do is we'll go to the top right of the circle right here, close to the eye basically, and it's going to take a little bit of time for some of you guys to find it. So it's fine. So just kind of zoom out if you need to. In the top right section, as you can see, we're going to go to the right where we have this 3 vertical, 2 vertical, 2 vertical, and then these singles. And what I want you to do is find the second 2 vertical. So this one right here that I'm punching at. Let me mark it for you to see. It's actually kind of raised up from the blocks we just placed, as you can see. So we have a 3 vertical, 2 vertical, 2 vertical, and that's the one I'm looking at. Now from the top block in that, I'm going to put 5 placement blocks to the left. So this is the top block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after we have those 5 placement blocks, I'm going to put a piece of coal. Now from there, we're going to put 2 blocks below that piece of coal. And from the bottom block, we're going to take our placement blocks again. And I want you to go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of placement block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And from that 10th block, we're going to take our coal out again and put 1 underneath. And then we're going to go down into the right 1 single. Like so. So this is the nose complete. You can kind of see the shapes we have right here. And we're going to go back and delete these grass blocks now. Just because they're not shading or anything. They're just placement blocks. So let's go and delete those. Perfect. Now we're at the right ear. So I have a lot of those placement blocks on the right ear and I don't know why. Anyways, but we're just gonna start placing things. So from the right ear where we have this huge section of 16 vertical, we can actually skip it because I just realized at the top right here we put this 3 flat and marked it, and that's actually where the ear starts. So let's go all the way up here now. Ignore down there. I don't know why I have all those grass blocks there. And where we have this 3 flat that I've marked, hopefully you found it. You can see it's at the intersection of the top of his head and the eyeball right here. we have this 3 flat, and then on the middle block we have a single, and then we have another 3 flat on top. That's what we're working with, the top one, not the bottom one, just so nobody gets confused or lost, because some people always message me. So from the top set of 3 flat, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 flat, 1, 2, up and to the right, 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, down and to the right, 2 flat, 1, 2, and from the right block in that 2 flat, we're going to put 1 underneath, so it just becomes this backwards R shape, and you see it's not diagonal, it's directly connected. Oh my god, I just deleted it. There we go. From there, we're going to go down and to the right, 1 single, down and to the right, 2 vertical, down and to the right, 3 vertical, and actually, before we put that 3 vertical, what I want you to do is, from the 2 vertical we just placed, put a grass block underneath it, because we're going to do 2 things with it. First, we're going to go down and to the right, 3 vertical, like I just said, 1, 2, 3, but also on the left side of it, I want you to go down and to the left 2 singles, 1, 2, then down and to the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row just to touch the wall. So place a block underneath, 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, and as you can see, it touched the wall at the diagonal. So we're done with the left side, we can go back to working with the right side. So from that 3 vertical now, we're going to continue placing blocks underneath, and we're going to go down into the right 5 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down into the right 9 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, down into left 5 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down into left 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, oops, 3, and then finally down to left 2 vertical, 1, 2. Perfect. So now to touch the 16 vertical we had right here, I'm going to delete all these placement blocks on the right here because I don't know why they're here at all. Maybe because I was trying to find where the ear started, but you don't need these all on the right side of the face right here. They're unnecessary. Alright, now for the final part of the build, before we start going over the colors, we're going to go all the way to the top of the hair where we have the leaf, and we're going to do the stick in the hair and the little V-shape stem for the leaf that he has up there. So like I said, once we reach the top, we're technically done. So let's move up there now. Do I have any markings up here for it? No, I do not. That sucks. I wish I did. So anyways, let's start with the V in the hair first, and then we'll get on the stick, because once we're done with the stick, we'll be done. Yeah, so what we'll do is in the V-shaped leaf he has, you can see all the way at the top right here, we have this weird Tetris piece 3 vertical thing that's at the center. So look where I marked it, and also look at the right camera screen. You see that 3 vertical that's in the center? What I want you to do is get placement blocks and go underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 placement blocks underneath the 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to put 1 coal underneath that. So you can go back and delete these placement blocks now. Once you have the coal there, go 8 down and then place a coal after that. Once you have that coal, we're going to go up and to the left from it. 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up and to left 2 flat. Up and to left 2 single. Up and to left 2 flat again. Up and to left 1 single. And then up and to left 2 flat again. I keep accidentally deleting the wrong block. Then from that single, we're going to go to the opposite side now, and we're going to go down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the right, 3 flat, so placement block underneath, 1, 2, 3. And then from here, we're going to be raising it a bunch of verticals, so we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical, 3 times in a row, so placement block, 1, 2, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3. Up and to the right, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, placement block at the end. Up and to the right 2 vertical, 1, 2, placement block at the end, and then up and to the right 3 vertical to finish off this V shape, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And now for the final leaf shape, all we're going to do is go to the left side of his stem, And actually, we're going to be on the left and the right side. That kind of sucks. So on the left side of the stem, you should have these singles, like a bunch of singles in a row right here, and then this L-shaped block right there. I don't know if you can see it on my camera screen, but on that L-shaped block, we're going to go down into the left from it, and that's going to start the stick on the left side of the head. So we're going to go down into the left on this L block, the bottom left corner of it, 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And actually, before I continue with it, let's find where the right part of his hair starts, just so that we can just jump to the right part when we're done with the left part. So we went to the right part of his head, where you see this long extension on the top part of the leaf. You see the 14 vertical coming all the way down. Then you see 3, 2, 2, 1. What I want you to do is go to the 2, so this one right there, the second 2, right before the 1. So let me mark it so you can see it. So we have 14 vertical, 3 vertical, 2 vertical, 2 vertical, 1 single. The one right before the single, what we're going to do is go to the bottom block and put 1 coal to the right, like so. We're then going to go up and to the right from it, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can mark it because we're going to come back to this 4 flat once we're done with the left side. So this is becoming very perfectly constructed. So fly all the way to the left side. And from the 9 flat we already started with, we're going to go underneath it with a placement block and go down to the left 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go down to the left 1 single from the end. Down and to the left 3 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And from that 8 flat, we're going to do 2 things. First, we're going to find the 5th block from the left. So let's count over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on that 5th block, what I want you to do is we're going to put 2 on top with coal. We're then going to go up and to the right 5 vertical. Place block on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then close out this shape with up and to the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Then also from the end of the 8 vertical, so go all the way to the right side now. We're going to go up and to the right, so put a placement block on the top or right side. 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Delete, delete. Up and to the right 5 flat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from this 5 flat, we're going to find the second block from the left, so this one right here. And we're going to put 1 shading block on top. So we're going to put a coal and a grass block like that. We're then going to go up and to the right from there. 4 more singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And put a grass block on each of those. Up and to the right 2 vertical. And then up and to the right 1 single. So mark those as well. And now to finish off this left part of the stick, we're going to go all the way back down to the 5 flat, go all the way to the right end, and we're going to go up and to the right 4 flat from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up and to the right 5 flat, and it should touch the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. The 5th one was already there. So that's it for the left part of the stick. Let's fly over to the right side to do the right part of the stick where we have the 4 flat waiting for us. And all we're going to do, this part is actually pretty fast, is we're going to go up and to the right 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to bring it back in now. So we're going to go down to the left. So put your placement block underneath or to the left side. 1 single. Down to the left 4 flat. Down to the left 6 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Placement block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if it connects at the diagonal, that means you're done. It's completed. And we can go over the colors finally. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this Grookey tutorial. Some of you guys go over the colors by yourself and don't actually need me, but I'm still going to do that section for you guys. So we're going to jump right into the colors. I will tell you guys what colors it takes, and then I'll tell you where the swaps happen, and then we will be done. Alright, so for this one, we're actually going to need a full tray, which is crazy because usually we have room for a splash swiftness potion or whatever it's called. So I'm going to go over the colors. We have brown concrete, gray terracotta, lime concrete, green concrete, yellow concrete, white concrete, black concrete, orange terracotta, and gray concrete. So the only terracottas we need is orange terracotta and gray terracotta. Everything else is concrete. You might want to color the white in the eyes, and then you can swap that out for your swiftness potion just so it can have that slot in the toolbar. But also a little note as well is you can see the stick in the hair doesn't have the shading that we included. I might have taken that out just for me, and it might look better this way. So if you want, you can take out the shading and put brown concrete there. Otherwise, you can do a mix of gray terracotta and brown concrete. But as you can see, I no longer have the shading in the stick in the head. Anyways, so we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up with the coloring. So starting from the bottom, we're going to go to orange terracotta for the toes. You can see we have 1, 2, 3 toes colored in with orange terracotta. Then we also have these 3 over here colored with orange terracotta. And I don't think I have it marked out as I do over there with the segments, but as you can see, we only color in the 3 on the bottom here with orange. And then from here, we have a straight line across as to what the orange covers. And above that is all green. So make sure you can see where we mark it out right here. And just where the toes. But if you were to accidentally like blend it in, it doesn't matter. As you can see, like, look over the right hand camera screen now. So like I said, sometimes it doesn't really matter, but yeah. Then moving on to the hand right here, we color that all with orange concrete. And do I have orange concrete in my inventory? No, I do not. What the heck? I thought I did. We actually need orange concrete too. So yeah, we actually need more than we have in our inventory. That's weird. Yeah, orange concrete for the hand. Then going on to the left leg and right leg, you can see the shading lines are actually going to be green concrete. So for the leg, where we have the shading blocks, swap them all out with green concrete, and below them all, we'll continue coloring with the green concrete. Same thing with the right side of his body, where we have the shading on this side of his torso. Swap it all with green concrete, and then below it is green. And then this right leg is completely green concrete just because it's kind of behind. So to get that shadow effect, we put the green concrete there as well. Other than that, everything above this will be lime concrete up until we hit the V shape in the neck that we created with our shading. And also the right hand, but we'll get to that in a minute. On the tail, I also took out some of the shading on the tip. So as you can see, the top part of the tail, we can remove that shading and just leave it all as brown concrete. And then go all the way to the part where it touches his butt, and that's going to be gray terracotta. So we still have the shading at the base of it, but the tip of the tail is no longer colored. So that's 2 spots that you guys have to remember. Remember to remove the shading on the tip of the tail, and also remove the shading on the stick in his head. Anyways, on the right hand, as you can see, this is all orange concrete. And then to the left of it is still the green concrete, or the lime concrete that we had for the rest of the torso. No shading on the hands, just because I kind of wanted to keep it simple there. Also, when I was building it, it kind of looked funny with the green mixing like this. And until I was done, it looked funny. But while I was when it was done, it looks good. But while I was building, it looked funny. So I kind of didn't want to put shading in on the hands. For the neck, you can see we have the green concrete again. And it stops over here where we have the line of the shading right there. And it continues on the right side of the face completely. There's no stopping it until the border of the black coal. Anyways. Above that, we have lime concrete all the way to the tip. There's no more green concrete at that point. And we can just go all the way up to the stem with that. And then that would just only leave the ears on both sides and the face mask. So for the ears, the lower part of the ear, right here where we have the shading, will be swapped out with gray terracotta. And then once you swap it out with gray terracotta, go underneath it and color that all in with gray terracotta. And above it will be all colored in with brown concrete. That same rule applies to the right ear. I don't know if I actually covered that or not. Did I? Oh man, I did not specify that shading. So another note, I am so sorry guys. Another note for the ear is I thought this was all part of the ear. This is actually shading. So when you go to the ear, when we have this part marked out right here, I think it looks like this on your screens. It looks like this on your screens. The top 2 singles and the 2 vertical will be swapped out with gray terracotta. I am so sorry. And then below that, is all gray terracotta as well. And we only have this 2 vertical segment right here colored in with coal. Now I probably know why I had so many markers there. It's because I was supposed to remember that and I forgot. Anyways, and then above that we'll have brown concrete. Now that I think about it, if you did forget to color this out and it was all just black right here and you accidentally put the gray terracotta below it, it's still not bad. As you can see, it looks just fine. It's just some of you guys like to be perfect and look exactly like mine, so I don't want to just ignore that because I know how you guys feel. Anyways, so that's it for everything except for the face mask. So for the face mask, it's all going to be yellow. I didn't put any shading on that. And then we go to the mouth or the nose, whatever this is. It's a fusion of both. And then the lower half of it, we're going to swap that out with orange terracotta. See, all the shading blocks were swapped out with orange. And don't mistake the part where it's colored in for the mouth. Make sure the U shape or the V shape of the mouth is still intact. And below that is all orange terracotta. And above it is all orange concrete. And then that leaves the eyes, which has multiple different sections right here. The outer section on both eyes is all going to be white. And the innermost part of the section is going to be white as well. And then the right eye, this top left section is what's the innermost part. And then we have the subsection, which is going to be gray concrete on the left eye. And this little section right here is going to be gray concrete on the right eye. And then everything else is going to be black. So once you do that, you are completely done with your Grookey build. We ended up using, I think, our entire toolbar plus 1. And then we need to make space for the splash potion of swiftness. So make sure your toolbar is perfect. And you should be good. Let me know how yours turned out. Some of you guys already tweeted me it from the time lapse. Some of you guys are monsters. But make sure you send me it on Twitter. My link is in the description as below. Also, my Twitch is in the description below, so you guys can send me the message me there as well. I stream Pokemon there daily. As always, I thank you guys for watching. I will have more pixel art tutorials coming soon. You guys want Bakugo, you want Spider-Gwen, you want Sobble. I will make them. I just need my time. And I appreciate you guys watching and supporting the channel. As always, this is Phoenix, and I will see you guys later. Bye.